Welcome back, coach. So just want to try share my screen just a minute. So please, I was trying to express the danger of just changing your margin call setting, and a lot of people don't understand this. They go change their margin call margin configuration setting. You change it from 4. The setting is 4. We've set it 4 for you. You went to change it to 5. You went to change it to 6. When you change it, everything here changes, and you mess up your account. When you have on the multiple buying ratio side, whatever you have means multiply that thing by your first buying amount. We all know that, right? We all know that, not so?
Yes, you're good.
But our favor, do you understand that?
Please come again. Yes, sir.
Why you asked me to come again? What happened? Was your network breaking?
Yes, it was.
Please pay attention, because I will not let you into the batch 4.
The network is breaking.
Okay, my network is breaking. Okay. If my network is breaking, can anybody hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Yes, it's better now. It's better. It's okay.
Please, the multiple buying ratio area is whatever you see there, you use it and multiply your first buying amount. Is that clear for everybody else? Is there anybody here that doesn't understand that? Is there anybody that doesn't understand what I just said? That whatever is in your multiple buying ratio.
Can we give an example? Yes.
Which example are you looking for again? Which example are you looking for? Okay, tell me, let me give you an example. What is the figure here?
What I'm saying is,
what's the figure here?
Is that not 2? Is that 2?
Okay, what's the first buying amount on this account?
135.
First buying amount.
So what does that
mean? That is 300. So
what
which
was
means 2% of that 300.
Hold on. Hold on. This is not whole position take profit ratio. This is margin configuration. Margin configuration means how the bot behaves when the market is going down against it. When you open your margin configuration, you're going to see 2 sections. On the right, you're going to see multiple buy-in ratio. The English is clear by itself. Multiple buy-in ratio.
Buy-in ratio.
It says how much will it take to buy in more of the assets as the market is going against you. But in favor, do you get that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So what's the figure there, Madam Favor? In the first line, what's the multiple buying ratio on the first line?
It's 2.
What was my first buying amount? Do you remember?
I think it is 135.
So how much will you buy at that first margin now?
Okay.
That is 2 times 135.
So if I call up my calculator and I want to know what it's going to be, I will just say 135 times 2. That means it will go by $270. But do I have $270? Do I have it? I had $300 and I did 45% of 300, 135. So do I even have 270 left? No. So this is the point where you see the bot say, the bot will tell you unable to buy, my margin call stopped. It will stop the margin call and say it's no money to buy the margin calls. One of the reasons is because somebody has gone and tampered with the margin configuration. So please, if you tamper with your margin configuration, deliberately or mistakenly, always come back to the margin configuration settings and properly edit it. All right. So I'm going back now to change it to 4. Because it's 4 margin calls we use. I just wanted to experiment this to show you the danger of changing it and forgetting to go, set it up. So I've changed it to 4. I'm going back to margin configuration now. You will see it is now showing just 4 margin calls, but it's still holding the old settings. This is not the setting.
Okay.
So you have to go. This is why I go mad sometimes. I will tell one of my downlines, say, why did you tamper with the settings? Because once you tamper it with it, it will change. All right. So on the right, it's 0.11. That is the first multiple buying ratio on the right side. For the second call is 0.22. Then the third call is 0.33. Then the last one is 0.55. So let us now do a simple calculation. I had 130 as my first buying amount. So that is 130. Oh, no, 135, right?
135.
135, multiply that by 0.11. That means to buy 14.8.
I'll be $33.
Buy 14.85.
0.85, okay.
Okay. At the second level, it will do 0.22. You can see the 0.22 here, Paul.
Yes.
It will do 0.22. Let me try and zoom in so that I don't know who is not going to be seeing this screen. All right. So the second level, it will do 0.22 multiplied by 135, right? It's always going to multiply by the first buying amount. So this time it will be $29.7. So it will be going to that your 55% of your capital and be taking the money small. As the trade is going against you, it will be buying more of the coins at a cheaper price. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The next line is 0.33. 0.33 multiplied by 135. And that is 44.55.
Okay.
Are you seeing how he's buying more and more? Then the last one is 0.55. 0.55 multiplied by 135.
Times 1.
So that is 74.25. So now let's add everything up. 74.25 plus 44.55 plus 29.7 plus 14.85. That is equal to 163.5. So 163.35, add it to the 135. Do you see that the total money that would have been used is 298.35?
Yes.
Your $300. So this will buy 55% of the rest of your money. We have done the calculation for it. And no matter how much amount you are using, above $300, this will work fine. Madam Favor, is there anything I said now that you did not understand?
No, sir.
Thank you. Now, the other part of the margin configuration is the left side called what? Madam Favor, what is it called? Margin waiting.
Margin call list.
Drop.
Margin drop. Yeah.
Margin call
Sorry.
drop.
Sorry, maybe my screen is small. Margin call drop. So if you look at the name, it's saying margin call drop. What is dropping? Madam Favor, what is dropping? It is the price of the asset in the market that is dropping. Price is going down. It's crashing. So
Okay.
as the price is coming down, to activate the margin configuration. In other words, okay, market on the crash. Oh, I won't buy now. When make I buy? When make I buy? That when make I buy is what you have in this area called margin call drop. So here, what do we have here? 3.5, maybe so.
Yes.
That means if the price drop by 3.5%, execute this part. That means go and buy 0.11 times $135. That's
Okay.
go and buy 14.85. It will go and buy 14.85. Then, if the price still they drop again by 4%, go and execute the second one, which is 0.22 times 135, which is $29.7.
Hmm.
If it drop again to by 4.5%, execute this other one, 0.33 times $135, which is $44.55. If you drop more again to this percentage, go and execute 0.55 times 135, which gives you 74.25. No worry, I'm not carrying for head. I write out for my book here. Now from my book, I read all this figure. Nobody say I carry that calculation for my head. My head not too sharp like that. All right. So that's what I'm just I just want us to understand what the magic configuration is now.
I have
Before
a
you
question, sir.
okay, can I just say one thing? Just keep a question or which one? Okay, go ahead with your question. I don't think I'll forget mine.
No, okay, finish up, no problem. I will ask the question, no problem. Go ahead. Finish up,
Okay.
sir. Finish up, no problem.
Yeah, okay. Before you do my training, this area, I normally say tolerate 20% call drop. Because no matter the signal where you get from prof, from anybody, just prepare yourself in case it go against you by 20%. So that is why if you see here, this is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. This is 10.5 now. 10.5 plus 4 is 14.5, right? Then 14.5 plus 7, that is 17.5. Then plus this 0.5, that's 18. This is 18%. No be so.
Yes.
So that's why I tell people, I can change it to, I can change everything here. I can change this one to 2.5, the first one. That means if I change to 2.5, I want you to buy, I don't want you to waste time. I want you to buy more. I can even put 1% there. That's I want you to go and buy more. So, but put it at 2.5. Don't put it at 1%. Put it at 2.5 is fine. So 2.5%. Then this other one, I can say, I want you to buy more quick. Because this first two was just $14 and $29. So I want you to buy this first two quick. So I can put this one at, let's just say, another 2.5%. That means these two, within 5% call drop, it will go and buy, everything that is here. So that is 5%. Now it's remaining 15%. I can decide that I will put 15%. I can put 7.5 here, 7.5 here, if I want. But I can also do 4% here. All right. If I do 4% here, okay, it is 15%, right? Yeah, so I can just put 5% here if I wish. All right. I can just put 5% here. Then here I go now leave them to 10%. So bottom line is, this area is up to you to decide what you want to do. Now, when you do my training, when you pay for that training and you do that training, the goodbye to floating loss training, you will know what to do to this section for every signal you take. I give you a secret of what to do. It's not a secret I can give to people randomly. It's something that only when you do the training, you determine what you want to tolerate here. It's part of what I teach in the training. So if you haven't paid and you want to be part of the training, please go ahead, pay the $150 and get in. You'll get more than $150. What you're going to get is what, $1,000 over the next 6 months. All right, for you to be taught by me and get you transformed. No, but let me tell you this: nobody who has done the training has ever come back to regret that they did it. Nobody who has ever done the training has regretted. I'm yet to see anybody regret. But here's what I want. Here's what I want from all the members in this training, and I'm saying this deliberately before I come to the question. Here's what I want. Every meeting, show up. Show up with your questions. Watch the training video. show up with your questions and don't be intimidated. I'm coming to you, Mr. Ambrose, in a minute. Don't be intimidated to say you will not ask your questions. Don't be intimidated. Don't feel that if you ask a question, it will be a stupid question. Don't be shy. Don't suffer in silence. You paid for that. So you need to draw me back. Ask the stupid questions. Even if I am harsh on you sometimes, it's just to shake you up a little bit so you can catch the question. All right, so go ahead.
Yes, sir. Now, you just said that on this other row, now this 2.5, 2.5 or so, if you add all of them, or maybe amounts to 10%.
20.
Now, what's the correlation or the relation? Okay, 20, fine. Now, what is the relationship between this percentage here and the one with the percentage of the profit profit loss, or what they call it, where we put maybe 2%, 1% at the other end? This one, is there any correlation between the two of them? That's number one question. But answer
that question. Hold on, can I answer that one first?
Yes.
Can I answer that one? Go ahead with your second one. Let me just write that one down.
Yeah. Okay. Now the second one, the second question now, by the time it gets to this fourth one, maybe it will stop taking margin call. Am I right? Now, when it's not reversing back, is that when you now get the total, when it start reversing back, now go back to the first one? Is that where you get your 10% or 20% you are expecting? When it's not reversing
10%?
back, that's what I mean.
Where
the market is not reversing.
What do you mean by 10%, 20%? What do you?
Now, what I mean, now, like this fourth one, now, if it moves from this fourth one to the third one, then to the second, and then to the first, the addition of all the percentages, now what I mean, the profit you make, is it going to come out from this dip?
Hold on, no worries. Let me stop you at this point, and I will.
Okay.
Are you? But apart from this question, do you understand everything about this setting?
Yes, I understand the setting very well.
Because I'm leaving this page and I'm not coming back here. Anybody else have any question about this setting?
Yeah, I have a small question there.
Okay, so go ahead.
So my question is this: if you have 2.5 at that first call, and the bot picks your 2.5, from that 2.5, will it count another 2.5 before the second call, or will it be? Will I call it? Will it go back to zero,
Genius.
or something of that nature? That's what I wanted to find out.
Okay, good. So the bot works with an internal average price. So it will always use the average price. Okay, so it might not be exactly the 2.5. It might have its own. So when it buys, it will look at what's the current average price and use that to determine the next point for calculation. All right.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's good.
for me, I don't even think that should bother you. That shouldn't bother you. Just let the bot do its thing. Now, please take note. If you turn on AI margin call, even though I've said this before, let me repeat it. Turn on AI margin call. If you turn on AI margin call, sometimes you know go obey this your 2.5%.
Okay.
Because remember, I told you that when you turn on AI margin call, the bot will decide the strong support level at which it will buy. So if you put 2.5, it will ignore it. Maybe the strong support is when it has reached this 10%, this place here, that's when it will buy the 2.5 for you. So that's why you can start by, you can experiment and see what happens. So if you have AI margin call on and your market is showing you minus 5% floating negative, and it hasn't bought this, it simply means that the bot has disregarded your instruction because it has sensed that there's a deeper support level. And what we'll find out from our signals that we generate with the training is that it doesn't really go deep so much. So you want to be in the game. You want to be in the game and allow the market to buy with your money. You want to use your money in the business now. You don't want to keep your money idle. So the benefit of doing this training is this. And this is one of the strong benefits of doing the training before I answer Mr. Augustine's question. When you get a signal, you will do your own analysis. You don't enter signals blindly anymore. So when I see a signal from
Okay.
somebody, no matter who it is, I see the signal as an opportunity to pay attention to a coin. I will now go and look at, I'll do my analysis on the coin. So most of the people I train also do that. And they enter sharply. They don't enter immediately, they see the signal. Do you get it? So that is the advantage of going through the training. And now I want to just take you. So if you do my training, sometimes you might tell yourself you want to just tolerate 5%. So you just come here, put 1, 1, 1, and 2, 5%. Because very sharp in our trading. All right. So at this point, this is where you click on save. Always save when you're done with the settings. All right. What else? Yeah, so back to the question that was asked. Let me quickly explain this. Let me save this before I will save something scattered. So while it's saving, I want to just quickly show you something, maybe my network. There's a concept of bringing down the average price. Do you know the concept of bringing down the average price? Am I audible enough? Or is my network scattered?
Yes. Yes.
There's a concept of bringing down
Very
the average.
Okay. It's okay by me.
So there's a concept of bringing down the average price. Does everybody understand this concept? Because one of the powerful things that RoyalQ does is that it brings down your average price. That is the work of the margin configuration. So let me give you an example now.
Okay.
Look at this point. Look at this point, Madam Favor. You bought a bag of rice here. Let's just say you bought 2 bags of rice here. I'm trying to write here. Oh my goodness, sorry. Trying to see. I hope it's clear because it looks like it's okay. So, but just remember that the point I'm talking about is actually the point I'm talking about is actually this point. You bought a bag of rice here at this point. Let's just imagine that that bag of rice was you bought it at 80,000. Let's say you bought it at 80,000 naira, right? I'm going to use naira here. Just permit me, okay? Or do I use dollar? Let's use naira. It's fine. It's the same thing. You bought it at 80K naira at this point. Then the bot drops by 2%. Let me go and locate where my 2% call drop is so I can make this as practical as possible. All right. 2.5% is what we decided, right? 2.5%. This was 2.5% here. The market dropped here and it went and bought. So at this point, it will buy more. At this point, it will go buy, let's go buy 4 bags.
Yes.
This is normal business. So at this point, you go buy, let me just write it here. 4 bags. Now, how much are you going to put inside 4 bags? Since the price has dropped by 2.5%. Okay. So you bought it at 80K. So what is 2.5%?
That would be
So that's like what?
65
That's like
Maybe.
78, eh?
of it.
That's like 78,000. No, I'm just trying to make this as practical as people can. So that's sorry. So that's 4 bags and total of 78K per bag, right? And that is 78K. I'm trying to make you follow through as much as I can. That is 78 times 4. 78 times 4. That is 312. All right. So I'm bringing it down here. That is 312 total. All right. Now the price drops again by another 2.5%. Let's look at it. Where does it come down by 2.5%? Or let's just even take it that it comes down by 5%. Let's bring it down by 5% or even 6%. Or let me just stick to 2.5. Okay, 2.5. Another 2.5. That means another 2.5 of 78,000. So this is the average price now. 78,000. So it will go back, do another calculation. What is 2.5% times 78,000? That is 1950, all right? 1950, okay? All right, so that means we're talking about 76,050 naira, okay? 76 and 50 per bag now. All right, look at it very closely. That means at this point is buying again. At this point is buying again, and a bag is 76 and 50 naira, and that means 4 bags. I know I'm taking too much time into this thing, but I want everybody to understand it.
Yeah.
And that gives us.
With 304,000.
I'm doing my calculation again.
304,200.
Okay, so this time around it's not times 4. Let's just say times let's say times 8. All right, let's just say it's buying times 8. That is 608,000.
608,400.
Good.
400.
608,400. So look at these 2 times. It has bought 1 margin call. This is the first margin call. It bought this. Remember, you invested 160,000. We invested 160,000 the first time, bought 2 bags at 80,000. Then margin call 1,
Yes.
invested 312,000 and bought 4 bags. Margin call 2, it's invested 776,050 and bought 4 bags. And bought 8 bags, sorry. And bought 8 bags, yeah. So let us stop here now. What is the average price? Or let's do one more margin call. Let's do one more margin call. This margin call now is, let's buy it from here to here. This is 3.5%. Or 3 points. Let me just drag it down a little bit more. Let's make it 3.5%. Good. So a bag is 76,050 naira. You don't be tired of this calculation because this is how you understand it. So a bag is 76,050, and now it has dropped by 3.5%. So times 3.5%, that is 2.661.
260.
Then minus 76 and 50. So that means a bag is, what did I do? Sorry, let me do it again. So that is 3.5% multiplied by what? 76 and 50. All right, so that is 2,661, right? 0.75, 2,661. Now the amount is 76 and 50, right? 76 and 50 per bag. So let's just say that is 73,388. All right. So at this level, a bag is, the next level we're talking about here is this level. Third margin call. It's only by using bag of rice everybody will understand this thing. So this is 73388. All right. So it is 73388. 73388. All right. And we are buying, let's just say we're buying, let's just say we're buying 15 bags there. So that multiplied by 15, and that will give you what? Times 15. And that will give you 1.1. Yeah. I'm trying to type this in here. Who can remember me the figure again? 0.823. Okay.
That's 0.
0.0823. Sorry about this. I just have to close this. All right, so what have we been trying to do all this while? I'm just trying to show you the question that was asked. The question that was asked is, all those percentages that are dropping, is it that when it's going up to give you, is bringing down the average price? What a bag of rice was 80,000 the first time, but at the end of the day, a bag of rice is 73,000 naira by the third margin call. We're not even going deeper. If we go deeper, to bring it down more. This is exactly what the bot does. In whole warehouse mode, when the bot is buying those margin calls, it's bringing down the average price of those assets, whether it is JTO, whether it is Ethereum, whether it is Doge, whatever coin it is. So let's calculate the total figure now that we've put in this business. Let's calculate the total figure we'll put in this business, right? First off, we'll put 160,000 here, buying 2 bags of rice. Not so.
Sure.
Then here, we put, how much do you put here? 312,000. Then again, we'll put 608,000 here. Then again, we put 11 plus 1 million and 823. I'm hoping my calculation is correct. So the total figure we've put into this business is over 2 million naira. Now the next question is, how many bags have we bought in so far? Have we bought so far? 2 bags the first time, no so? Plus 4 bags. That is 6 bags.
Yeah.
6 bags. Then we now bought 8 bags. So if you add 6 bags to 8 bags, that's 14, right?
14 bags.
14. Then we now bought another 15 bags. So 14 plus 15, that is 29.
29 bags.
The total amount of bags of rice is 29. 2.18, million invested. Now you divide that by the 29. You divide this figure by 29. It will give you your average price for each bag. So each bag, as we speak, is 75,000, not this price at which you calculated it.
Yeah.
Not this price at which you bought it. So here's what's happening. Here's what's happening. Right here, the average price is 75. When this market pumps up like this, you will sell in profits.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Interesting.
Because you have brought down your average price to 75,000.
Come again, sir.
You brought down your average price at this by to 75,204 naira per bag. Then the market suddenly pumped small up like this.
Yes.
When it pumped small up like this, it pumped high enough for you to take your 2% profit, 3% profit, or whatever percent profit it is.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Is this still confusing?
Yes.
Because
So
from here,
at every stage, what you are saying, sir?
From here to this place, to this height, the market went to was about 6% growth. This place was 2.5%. Here was 3.5%, and here was 3.5%. So that is like 7, 8, 9. It fell by 7, 8, 9%. The bot brought down the average price, then it jumped up by 6%. It would have sold off here.
Okay.
Without it having to go up to the point at which you bought initially. So, Mr. Augustine, have I answered your question? The question is the margin calls. Is it what was it? Those percentage in the margin calls is simply the percentage it drops before it buys more. But the main function of those margin calls is to bring down the average price of the assets. So that when the market pumps up small, the asset will quickly sell off, even if the price has not gone back to the original point at which you bought it.
What's it?
This thing I've
Okay.
spent time explaining here. There are very few people in RoyalQ business that understand it. Many
Very
V2
true.
leaders don't understand
Man.
it. V3 leaders don't understand it. Many of the people that are trading
If
don't
I may,
understand it.
if I may get you, sir, please, let me just say something. Let me ask it. From the last point now, the fourth point to the third one, when it goes back to that third one, the percentage you sell, the profit you took, maybe you say 2%, it will give you 2% of the profit from here. That's what you are saying, sir.
It
At
will give you
every
that
point when the
your
price is
profit
reversing,
was 2%. If your profit was 2%,
mm,
all the money you have put in, it will give you 2% of that 2-point-something million.
Mm.
It will not be giving you 2% of the
okay.
amount to buy this first bag of rice.
Yes.
Wait, let me just repeat myself. Just
Okay, it's
hold on.
2% of all the money.
Hold on. So it will,
Okay.
you put in 160,000 here. You put in 312 here. You put in all this money that has
Yes,
gone
sir.
into the trade. When it sells it off once, it will give you that 2% on all the money.
Mm,
So that's
okay.
how warehouse mode
Mm,
operates. And that is why I tell people, forget about sub mode real-time settlements here, because our trades don't go into the deep that much. Focus on whole warehouse mode, because you have to be patient. Once it sells off once, it will sell off and give you all the money. Not the one that it will be selling off partly, and keep you in the deep for a long time.
mm. Okay.
All right, so please watch the video if you have questions about this. The pre-training call of batch 1, I explained this. Batch 2, I didn't explain this, but I'm doing this again with batch 3 pre-training calls. And that's why I always share the pre-training calls to people. Say, watch it, because there's so much knowledge. You don't need to pay for that knowledge. It's open for everyone, because this is the bot, and this is how the bot operates. All right, so any other questions?
Thank you, sir.
I have
God bless.
questions, sir. I have questions, sir.
Go ahead, madam.
Okay. Yeah, like the RoyalQ bot setting that you were doing before now is for those that are trading with $300 and above. What about those that are not, that their trading capital is not up to that? How do they do their setting? Then 2, the relationship between RoyalQ bot and this trading view that you are using to teach. What's the relationship?
Okay, so there's a video on the low capital settings. I'll just share the video with you if you want to know. The first buying amount. So what we do for the low capital setting is you just divide your total figure. So if a person has yeah, just watch the video. There's a video for that. I'll forward it to you. That video is very explanatory. Then if you have questions on that, we can still go deeper and try and analyze it. Yeah.
Send it to me personally from the.
Yeah, no problem. No
No,
problem.
no.
What?
Why not to the group, sir?
Yeah, I'll do it to both. No problem.
Okay, then the relationship between the RoyalQ bot and the trading view setting that you are using. This trading view. How are they linked?
Okay, good. So it's TradingView is a chart analysis system. Okay. TradingView is a chart analysis system. RoyalQ has its own chart analysis system, but it doesn't have some tools. Like you see, as I'm drawing on this place, typing on this place, you can't do that inside RoyalQ bots. So let me show you the RoyalQ system. Let me see if I can catch that up here. So most of us know top gainer strategy and how to sort the coins. All right, so let's just click on Ray. Ray came up and they'll say this is Ray. All right. Sorry if my network is taking time. So, but most of us know when you come here, this is where we say TGS. Not so.
No, we
This is where
don't
we
know
say,
how to sort the coins, though. Please.
that means you've not watched the TGS video, but that's not what I'm doing here. All right, for now. You don't the training is going deeper into other things. This one is just a simple TGS. My network seems to be dragging a lot, but sorting the coins is super easy if that's the issue. When you come to home, do you know where home is, ma? On your RoyalQ bot.
Yes, from
I do.
Can you go to your home on your phone? Now, when you
Yeah.
go to home on your phone, there's a place. If you look at my screen now, just switch back to this Zoom. You will see a place where there's change
Yes.
with some arrow there. Can you see?
Yes, I can.
So if you tap on change, just tap on change. Now I tapped on it and it's bringing me the worst performing coins
Let.
at
Okay.
this moment.
Then
So the first coins on top are the ones that are performing negatively. In my training, I
Okay.
show you how to maximize this, but the top gainers is what everybody knows. So you click on top gainers and pick anyone and analyze. Now, when you click on, for example, you click on SXP, and you wait for it to load. Okay, this one loaded. This is a chart system inside RoyalQ bot. But it can't really allow you to do all those things I just did now, right? So what's the TGS strategy? TGS strategy means if the price hits the middle band or the lower band, allow KDJ to point up, enter and buy. That's TGS strategy. Look at here. KDJ pointed here, up, money, money, money. KDJ landed in the middle Bollinger Band. It crossed here, KDJ, up, make money. That is TGS. You can analyze this chart here. RoyalQ is connected to your exchanges and it gives you some price action direction. But for you to be a professional trader, you cannot be depending on just what RoyalQ is giving you. If you scroll down, there is this indicator, just ignore all of these things. Ignore all of these things. They're trying to add more things to the bot, that's fine. But for you to make serious trading impact in your life, you need to come to TradingView and you need to get used to looking at what the market is doing on TradingView. I can bring in my Bollinger Band here also. Can you see that I brought in my Bollinger Band? I can bring in my
It's
KDJ
not
here.
very clear.
yeah.
I can bring in my KDJ here also. The KDJ is this one by I Am Altcoin, all right? The KDJ indicator by I Am Altcoin. I can bring in my KDJ here. Okay, it's complaining about free tools. Okay, it doesn't want me to load a second indicator. Those people are funny. All right, so let me hide my Bollinger Band then and go call up KDJ. So there's also KDJ here by I Am Altcoin, yeah? So the guys don't want you to load KDJ and Bollinger Band at the same time. They want you to go for the paid version. All right. So you will see my page is trying to load it. Maybe the internet is somewhere here at the bottom. So I can use here to do proper chart systems because I can do much more here. All right. I can do much more here. I can call up more powerful tools on TradingView. I can do more in-depth analysis, more than anybody who is using RoyalQ screenshots. You know, the average person is using RoyalQ here. All right. This is what the average RoyalQ person is doing. But we want you to do more in-depth analysis. All right. They want you to do more in-depth analysis. And that more in-depth analysis simply means that, hey, come on. Let's go to a chart, a page where you can play good football. Let's play real football on a real pitch. And that's TradingView. Madam Favor, is it clear now?
yes, it's clear, but I really wanted to know how, for instance, now I have my money in RoyalQ. What I'm doing in TradingView, how will it now be affecting what I'm having in RoyalQ?
Okay, so first things first, you don't have your money in RoyalQ. Your money is not in RoyalQ, madam. Where's your capital?
Okay, Binance.
In your wallet.
What you have in RoyalQ is just your gas fee and the cost of the bot, right? So your money is in Binance. Now, you do only analysis on TradingView. When you have analyzed and you have seen the market direction You will now go to your RoyalQ app, call up that coin, and take the trade inside your RoyalQ app.
Okay.
And your RoyalQ is directly connected to your Binance, and it will take the trade and profit and put it in your exchange account. Is it clear now?
Okay. Meaning all the coins in RoyalQ, they're also in TradingView.
TradingView has all your coins in RoyalQ, and see, it has for stocks. If you're a stock trader,
But you don't trade here.
it tells me that the coin I'm looking for is not in stocks, because this is I am Baby Doge, which is a crypto. So if you do stocks, this is where you trade stocks. If you are into all this fund management, this is some of them. If you are into futures, they are here. If you are into forex, you can do analysis here. See USD, see USD JPY. Let me even go and Euro GBP USD. Where is GBP USD? GBP USD. Oh my God, this is with Capital.com. Let me look for GBP USD somewhere else. And GBP USD. Let me look for. Let me just type GBP USD. You are trying to wake something up in me now.
Yes, you trade the forest also.
The same skills I give in this training can be used anywhere. All right.
What?
So let me just call up any one of them. It's actually the same thing. So let's call FXCM, yeah? This is GBP USD FXCM. Those who have done my trading now, if you look at the market, if you have done my trading, you are seeing that it is the same thing. The market is obeying the same laws. It's obeying the same laws. Ladies and gentlemen, it's obeying the same laws. If you have done the trading, you can see where structure has broken. And you can see what is happening after structure has broken. You can see everything. You know, it's a powerful thing, really. And we want you to maximize it. All right, Mr. Clement. Oh, yeah. God bless us. Saleto, your hand is up. It has been up for a while. Hope it's not paining you. Okay, do I bring down the hand? Is that
The hand on tire. All right, thank you so much, Coach Namdi. I just want to find out something, even though I know you'll trash it later in the paid training, but I want to know, when I came into RoyalQ some few months back, the only settings we got for the TGS was the other lady's own that shared the screen that you were using as illustration, the TGS now that worked with 0.11 times 0.22, 0.33, and 0.55. But I watched your batch 2 trade training video where you were talking about the one time, then the 1, 2, 3, 4 increments. Then you talked about the 1, 2, 4, 8 increments in our settings. So when do we? I got confused because now looks like TGS comes in different configurations where you are either buying the one I've always been used to all my trades, both the ones in floating loss plus the ones I have sold. I use that one that we buy at the first call 0.11, second call 0.22 times my first buying amount. Now the pre-call training for the video, the batch 2, I saw where you started talking about where you increase your number of times you buy in multiples of 1, and also by, in addition and multiplication. So I got confused there.
okay, good. So remember, like I said in this training, I said, thank you very much for the question. I said there are 2 types of settings. Can you remember what I said about the 2 types of settings?
I'm not sure I did get that.
Okay, so I don't know, maybe you were eating when we were talking about it. So your mouth and your brain and your hand was very busy. All right, so there's a low capital setting and there's a capital setting for $300 and above. So when you're trading with $300 and above, that's when you use the 0.11, 0.22, 0.33, and 0.55. When you're trading with less than $300, even if it's $299 or $250, you use a low capital setting. So I know why I referred people that will share the video, because I explained it thoroughly in batch 2 video. In fact, batch 2 was I think it was low capital setting I explained intensively. So if anybody watches the batch 2 video, they will get the low capital setting. And the low capital setting is dependent on, okay, how much do you have? Divide that by the number of margin calls, the calculation, the 2 time, 1 time. I explained that in depth there. But what we're going to do, if anybody has a low capital setting before they trade, if they have less than $300, chat me up and we'll look at your setting again and we'll, design a good setting for you. Have I answered the question, sir?
Okay, so yes, I think it's a bit clear, but does that mean we do that? Because I noticed quite well that in the low capital settings, the one you had for the batch 2 pre-training call, you were talking about adding up the number of times you multiply, then divide it by your capital. So then your first buying amount becomes really small.
Exactly.
So, and then you said if it's really small, you can open double, you can open the double position. So that only applies to low capital, right?
Only capital less than $300.
Okay. So if I have more, then I could make my first buying amount reasonably big, or do I still obey the 45% rule?
What trading capital do you want to use?
Let's say I was going to use $500 or let's say $1,000 for that trade.
For one coin. Use the the TGS general settings, which I showed you, high capital, anything above $300, just use that one. The reason is that you want 45% of your money to enter the trade the first time. So that even if it doesn't dip, you're going to make money. But the person using the low capital, we have $12 times 2, 24 in the trade, and then he will leave his 250 hanging in the bottom, waiting for market to dip. Meanwhile, the trade you're fire straight to profit. You'll be making profit
then it makes a little profit.
Making profit on $24 when he has $200.
Okay, so what is the person supposed to do at that time?
Nothing. Just that's the strategy. Just stick with it. Then try and look for money and trade big, normal way. So I did that low capital setting in the batch 3. In batch 3, I don't think I did this high capital. Can't remember that I don't think I did it one. So batch 3 here, I'm doing this one. And it's actually very difficult to explain 2 of them in one meeting. So
yeah, I get it. So for that high capital, let's say I'm going to trade $1,000 now. So do I, even though I'm going to use the margin call setting of 0.11, 0.22, but do I still stick to the 45% of 1,000 as my first buying amount?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Especially when you're starting, you're in the training, right? So just stick with it. Normally, for those in the training, don't trade now. Stop. Let me repeat this. Stop trading. Stop trading. Stop trading. Just stop everything trading for 2 weeks. All right. Unless maybe if you trust the signal where you're getting it from. But just stop trading. You've been trading and you're in floating loss. Stop trading for 2-3 weeks. I would have said 2 weeks, but some people will slow us down in the beginning, this trading view thing. Want to guide them a little bit for like 2-3 days. Want to dedicate 3 days or 4 to trading view setup. All right. I know most of the people in the training have knowledge of trading view, but there are a few people who want to push through so they can know how to use trading view. And if you're a member of the page,
See, for me, I don't really have knowledge of trading view, and I really want to know it.
Okay, so no problem. We're gonna take that from here. All right. So that's it. That's it. I mean, this is the basic of the bot, and I'm happy we're all on the same page when it comes to knowledge level. Our real training is gonna begin in the next few days, just a couple of days. All right. So people actually asked for a grace of the end of October for payment. So, and I hope that some of them are here in this training. So we're going to get started. All right. We're going to start with trading view. We want to move. I want you to be making serious money from the 3rd week of November. So I will push you so that within that 3 weeks, you know everything you need to know. You start making money. You start making money that when you see signal posted somewhere, you come and analyze it yourself before you enter. And you do fine. Like for real. You'll be jumping into every signal you see. A signal you see is just a call of attention. Say, go and look at this coin. Then when you look at it, you do your analysis and then decide if you're going to go in or not. Like literally, this will be the end of your floating loss. Unless you don't follow instructions. But this will be the end of your floating loss. Literally, guaranteed. And you will see why. I can tell you, people who have done this training comfortably, they're making 50% per month. I mean, no bank will give you that. No bank will give you that. All right. And some can make 100%. And they are just learning and practicing. So over the next few weeks, over the next 1-2 months, I expect them to be making 100%. As long as they have time to trade, right? It takes energy to trade. What we're doing here is a lifetime journey of trading. And enough of these scams. Every day people are somebody sent me something. I don't even know where he got my number. He just said, "Are you Namdi? I'm from India." He just sent me something. Like, so enough of this jumping around where you send your money to people and then you are in a mess. You introduce people to opportunity. They become messed up. They lose their money. They start looking to you, telling you, "I will not lose this money alone." It's crazy. Let's stop all that. RoyalQ is enough. All right, RoyalQ is enough. And if you're in this meeting, let me just say this. Don't be silly by going to take a loan to do a Ponzi scheme. I can assure you that if you do this training, you will never want to do Ponzi scheme again in your life. Again in your life. You would never want to do Ponzi scheme. All right. At this point, I would like to ask for 1 or 2 persons who have traded with a good buy to floating loss for more than 2 weeks. Anybody from batch 1, batch 2, if you have traded for more than 2 weeks, tell us about the beauty of the training. Just 1 or 2 persons. Apologies, I didn't plan this. So,
I have a question. No.
Yeah, before your question, please. Do we have 1 or 2 persons who are in this group, in this session now, and they have been trading for up to 2 weeks after the training? What advice do you want to give, and how beautiful is the training? All right.
Oh, yes, Coach, I'm here.
Yes, ma.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes,
Great. I'm actually from the batch 2. And honestly, since doing the training, I have taken 43 trades all by myself. Of the 43 trades, I made only 1 loss. And that is because I deliberately sold off. And the loss I sold off, it was like minus 0.02 or something like that. And that was because I knew I wouldn't be able to monitor that trade. So I have taken about 43 trades. I've only done 1 loss, and I have 2 that are still trading. One thing I'll advise everybody is please, 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 just attend the trainings. No matter how busy you are, no matter how tired you are. Remember, if you don't put in the effort, there's no magic. You can't know it. And the beauty of what Coach Namdi is teaching us or has taught us is that we don't even depend on indicators. We look at the market and we plot the graph, or rather the channel ourselves, and we understand it. It requires dedication, it requires focus, it requires determination. But at the end of it, honestly, you will smile. And I won't deny it. Last month, I would say I made about 60% profit. Meanwhile, before the training, I actually had 16 coins in floating loss. And I was just waiting this Mr. Bull Run, please come now and let's get out of this floating loss, But what I did, I paused all those trades and I carried on with Coach Namdi's on. Some of the trades I paused, rather. Yeah, some of the trades I've paused, some of them have sold and all that. But I was even able, and I went back and I analyzed all those trades of mine that was in floating loss. And I could see, okay, this one, most likely within a couple of days to come out of floating loss. And the way I analyzed it, that was exactly what happened. So I can only plead with you people. Honestly, it's sweet, it's nice. You will have a sense of achievement because you are picking signals yourself and you're analyzing the market yourself. and you are making profit. 43 trades. That's what I said though. Only one I deliberately closed in a loss. I have 2 trading. So that means I have 40 positive trades that I make good money. So it's fantastic. If only you attend all the Zoom meetings, no matter how tired you are, even if you're on your way home and you're in traffic, connect. Thank God it's Zoom. So you can connect from anywhere, in the world. Even if you're on the toilet seat, just connect once the time comes. You will not regret it. It is worth it. So that's all I have to say, Coach Nambi. God bless you. We all tell you all the time that we love you, we love you, we love you. Everybody is just so excited. Thank you so much.
Super excited for your results, man. This is amazing, outstanding performance. And if Madam could do this, then that means anybody can. If you see the question she asks, let me give it to her. She asks questions exactly. She doesn't pretend like she knows it. She will come back and say, man, I've forgotten what you taught. And then somebody will remind me it's adult education. And then I have to go back and repeat myself. And I don't mind repeating myself 100 times because I know at the end of the day, once you get it right, you're not going to disturb me. And that will be the growth of your RoyalQ team because you will be generating results for them. You'll be giving them signals in a way that they will be making money. And if people are making money, what is Ponzi scheme? When you can trade by yourself and make 60, 70, 100%. It's crazy. Thank you very much, man, for that testimonial. I always tell people this, both in my work environment, when I have new people that come on board, I tell them, you can't look good and get better at the same time. This is a mistake a lot of people do. They come into a place, they come into a training, they want to look good. They want to look like they're the gurus, that that are sharp. If you want to look good, you're not going to get better. If you want to get better at something, you have to look stupid. You have to look stupid for a while. You have to ask those stupid questions that some people are pretending that they know everything. All right, great. But you have to show, I don't understand this thing. Why is it like this? Why is it like this? If you ask those questions, that's where my coaching comes in. My coaching is meant to trigger, it's to home it to your own personal and brain in a way that brings it in. So one more person from batch 1 or batch 2 who has traded for 2 weeks or so or more, tell us what advice you have to give and tell us your experience. I love hearing those experiences. It keeps me going. Yeah, it keeps me going. So let me see. Is there any other person here that wants to share quick experience and advice? Oh, this batch 1 people, where are they? Batch 2 is giving testimony at batch 1. They are busy trading. They didn't bother to come for the meeting.
Batch 1 is here, sir.
Oh, okay, madam, you're here. Amazing. Amazing. Ay, ja. Go ahead, ma.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, house. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so I'm one of the batch 1 trainees because we are still in training. And honestly, it's been an amazing journey. What I'm going to say is our coach, he has so much energy and he has so much patience. There's no stupid question. There's no silly question. He will answer all of the questions. And he has a funny way of explaining things to make it seem honestly like, we are in elementary school and we get it. We started in, I think, early October or ending of September. I was, of course, like every one of us, in huge floating losses. And like Madam BC said, honestly, if you follow the guidelines and the training, you will be trading and you will be coming out in profits. But if you don't follow the instructions, you may just get hooked again. That was what took us, to coming to say bye-bye to floating loss all over again. After my 1 month training, I also did about 50% of my capital, and that is so huge. In fact, just this last weekend, I decided to cash out to even test this thing. Now, let me see money. What I cashed out, wow, so huge. So please, let's take this. I will advise that we take these programs, the training seriously. The 2 weeks is intensive. He's saying it, he's not joking. Sometimes we call for class at 10 p.m. sometimes. It's intensive, but it is worth every single second that we put into it. So I'm going to encourage all of us to give it the seriousness that it deserves. There's no joke about this training. We won't get it like this anywhere else. We won't get it like this anywhere else. So please, let's all buckle up and enjoy it. Just like Madam Bisi also said, you will not want to use indicators. You will not want to use indicators because you'll be able to, just analyze the market, see plain charts, and you'll be able to make out what it's all about. I mean, that is still so amazing. Thank you very much, sir. Please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. I always I love hearing from you. That withdrawal you did was like, it just opened my eyes. I just look at the money, I like, can somebody cash out so much money with just trading in 30 days? Oh my God. People that are looking for a job are wasting their energy looking for a job. They just need to learn good price to floating loss, join RoyalQ and begin trading. Right from your home, you can be generating lots of money. It's amazing. Thank you very much, man, for that testimonial. All right, so I asked for testimonials in this session because this is also a kind of marketing call. All right, because a lot of people don't know the value in this training. Sometimes they feel like, oh, why are we going to pay? Oh, $150 is too much. It's too much. They come saying, I want to do. Listen. Look at how much floating loss you have been in. What could you pay to eliminate it from your life? All right, so let's take that question from someone else asked a question earlier. Go ahead with your question, sir.
Your question.
Yes. Hello.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, my question is this. You talked about maybe when we receive signals that the meaning of that is that we have to go and analyze it. It's a kind of signal that a sign that we should go and analyze that coin and then come to the market and place it on the market. Now, I discovered that some coins, when the signal comes, the volatility is so high. Now, I don't know, how do you manage this time you will use to analyze, then before you place it on trade? The time difference may be much. Before you place it on trade, that percentage that was predicted is already gone through that level. What do you do at that point? That's number one. Then number two question, the strategies that we're going to place, should we just place one there? Maybe we target as Coach Unadi's strategy. And then we now use it on all coins, on all trades. Is it that every trade, every coin we want to trade on, we will have to determine the strategy settings to use at every point in time? Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, Mr. Augustine, are you part of the training? Are you part of the paid members of the batch trade?
I'm not part of those doing training previously, but I intend to do my registration this night with you.
Batch trade. Oh,
it was the one I was talking to you about.
I was the one.
Okay, cool. So when you do the training, you realize that forget about that volatility. That's you learn a lot of things. You don't need to panic about this volatility. Don't worry about it. One of the favorite statements you're going to hear from me. I don't know who can remember one of the favorite statements you can hear from me during the training. I think there are two I will talk a lot about. I don't know who.
Exit strategy.
Okay, exit strategy. But I always tell you something. I say market. I always say market no dey finish. All right. I always tell you something, Mr. Augustine. Market no dey finish.
Yes.
Market no dey finish.
That's true.
Yeah, that one Trump will leave you.
So
That rushing blindly is what has led you to floating loss, all right? That rushing in and rushing in blindly because market wants to fly. What does he want to fly to? Where is he flying to? Forget about it. It will give you opportunity to go in again and again and again and again. Market, no day finish. All right. And then the other statement, like Madam Badria said, you have to have your exit strategy. You don't want to be caught napping. So you're going to be learning all of that in the training, and I'm happy you're going to be part of the training. So you're going to experience it for yourself over the next. So it's a 6 months coaching class. This is going to start 1st of November. So November, December, January, February, March, April. To the end of April, we're going to be learning a lot of things. All right. But the first 1 month is going to be intensive. So if you can cope with me that first 1 month, I can tell you that you even tell yourself at the point that you don't want to learn new things. That's what happens in my batch 1. Some of them don't want to learn new things. When I bring new things, they still stick to the old, the basic things, and they're making a lot of money. And that's enough. I mean, they can go at their pace and develop their various models. Another thing about trading is that when I train you, your personality will enter your signal analysis methodology. I will train you, but over time you realize you can model the training to match your personality. So a lot of times I see people's personality in the signals they generate. All right. So but once you understand the basics, you can now bring your spirit in and transform your trading journey. All right. So that's it. I look forward to working with you.
Okay, please. I also observe something very important here. Using this trading view, trading view screen to analyze before going to the market. I observe that using your handset to take all this photo, it looks very cumbersome. You advise that when we are applying trading view, then we use laptop to do our analysis?
Oh yes, I use a laptop.
What about if we don't have laptop? What do you do?
So if you don't have a laptop, you can use a tablet. Okay. If you have a tablet, that works fine. TradingView works on the tablet. If you don't have a tablet, you can use your phone. Just get used to it. In the initial time, you might struggle a lot with it, but when you get the hang of it, you will see that you have enough to do. Because I prefer to do it on a big screen. And the reason I like to do it on the big screen is I like to look at what's happening on the left. I like to look at what's happening on the left to guide me in the future. All right, so I like the laptop thing, but the phone works. You can start with your phone. The most important thing I tell people is understand the concepts. Even if you don't have money for a tablet now, just understand the concepts. Money will come. Let me tell you something. I told somebody, go and sell off your trades in floating loss. Take the loss. Pay for the training. When you do the training, the skill you will get, you will recover that loss and you will prevent future floating losses. So most times people come to me, they say, oh, please don't, it's too high, the cost is. This kind of quality of training, you're going to pay a lot much more for it. But thank God for RoyalQ model. The mission is to simply put RoyalQ on the map. We are tired of people coming to RoyalQ and saying, oh, floating loss is killing them. We don't want that anymore. My mission is to create thousands of capable traders. All right? Even if it's 100 only or 200 only, that's not my problem. But I want to train as many capable traders in the RoyalQ community so that together we generate signals that will feed into your teams in such a way that anybody connected to you will never be crying of floating loss anymore. That's my mission. In 2001, we got RoyalQ. We went into deep. We went into deep again and again and again and again. The knowledge of the market was what was lacking. So we're changing that. All right. Congratulations to everybody who is here and a part of the training. You wanted to say something, sir?
Yes, sir. Okay, don't worry. Let's continue. Don't worry.
All right. No, feel free to ask. We're rounding up already. Let's rounding up.
Yeah, what I wanted to ask actually is the issue of the strategies. My screen went off at that point. I don't know if it was answered. My screen went off and then came back again to the class.
You can save as many strategies as you want. When you are importing it, just know the strategy you are importing. And for me, I don't think you don't have to put Coach Nnamdi's. It's just call it
just an example. an example.
Yeah, you
I
can
can
just
even
call
use
it,
my name to tag it.
yeah, you can call it, for example, if you are doing 500 and above, 300 and above, you can say big strategy, big capital general settings. Or you can call it TGS
Okay.
big capital. So if you want to have
Okay.
big capital, you call it TGS big capital. Then the small one, TGS small. All right. And
Or no
but one of the
capital.
things that's going to make it stand out is that on that page, you're going to see the first buying amount before you import it, right? On that page, before you
Yes.
import it, the first buying amount. Now, that first buying amount is what will tell you, oh, okay, no, I'm not using a big capital, I'm using a small one, I'm using a small capital, I want to use a big one, you know, you're going to see that. Then, for me personally, you can delete, you know, unless you're taking signals from, separate from prof and our training. If you have other places you are doing signals, ask them for the best setting for their signals they give to you, use it. But I tell you, if you're taking signals from the training we're going to give to you, or you're taking prof signals, you don't need to go deep into the market. You need to be in whole warehouse mode and you need to operate 4 margin calls, bring down the average price, get out of the market. That's the power of RoyalQ.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm
Okay.
curious to know, how many of you would like to trade futures? Just type F in the chat box. I'm just curious. Everybody here, how many of you would like to trade futures?
Anywhere money there, they
If,
All right.
Coach, as long as you are teaching us, I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready too, as long as you are teaching us, but I don't know what is futures.
Yeah. I'll explain that in a bit. All right.
I
So the
think,
reason
I
is
think
this.
the little knowledge I have about it looks more from what I've heard or what I've seen before, not practically anyway. It looks like it is more dangerous, you know, very volatile, that you can lose your money easily. That's the way I see it.
Oh yes, it's more dangerous if you don't use the right strategy. All right. So
If like that, there's no need though, sir. If it's dangerous, there's no need.
all right. So like I
With
said,
Coach
I think
Unamdi, you cannot be afraid of dangerous. Now you can see him laughing, and you should know that there's a way forward. He
yeah.
has the formula.
So here's the thing. I tell you, when the market, let me ask you this question now. What does the average RoyalQ person do when market does this? When market is crashing like this, let me go to the higher time frame. That will help you to understand what I'm trying to say. When the market is crashing like this, what do the average RoyalQ persons do?
He or she buys.
No. They are praying. They are praying for market to come out of deep. I'm trying to look for a good example. Okay, just a moment. I'm trying to look for a good example, but I'm trying to look for a good screen. So when the market is crashing, okay, when the market is crashing, the average person who trades spots, come on, what am I doing? What did I do? The average person who trades spots is praying because he enters floating loss and begins to pray. Sorry, let me go to 4-hour chart. I want to just show you something. All right, so the average person who is trading ends up wishing that the market will turn back in his favor or her favor. All right. Okay, so I can't really get to do what I want to do here. Okay, what is this thing that's causing me obstruction? All right, so let me use this as an example. So from here, the market started crashing and it just started crashing till it's crashed by 55%. This is a 55% crash. This journey was a money-making journey. But if you bought into RoyalQ here, the coin was pumping, Abi, and you entered here, and you bought here, and you say you want to take profit up, but you didn't know what the market wanted to do. The market just turned the other way down, and you're not in floating loss here. All you'll be doing is praying to God for the market to go back in your favor. And it might be might be fortunate for it to go back in your favor in a few weeks, but you might stay 3 months, 6 months for it to go back in your favor. That period when the market is facing down, which is what happens to us during the bearish season, is a money-making opportunity. So let me just explain this to you. RoyalQ is buy low, sell high. That's spot market, right?
Yes.
That's spot market, not so? Buy low,
Yes.
sell high.
Sell high.
Now, there's also the market where you can sell high and buy low. And I'm happy to introduce this at this moment because it takes some people wrapping there. So you are buying low, selling high. Okay, let me use the same kind of indicators we use, long position. So you buy low, sell high. This is buy low, sell high. Green side is where you're taking profit. There's also sell high, buy low. Reverse. RoyalQ has now you cannot do the reverse end of it in the spot side. You have to go to the future side. So when we're in the bear market, the skill you learn from this training will now save you, because when the market is crashing, you'll be so happy it's crashing because you'll be selling high, buying low. Look at this 32% in a blink of an eye. And this 32% went down and still generated 52% profits. So when you say it's risky, it's not risky. What the problem is you have to first understand the basics. That's why for the futures group, I don't put anybody who has not done the 30 assignments. And it's not because I'm wicked. I need to understand that you understand the basic principles of trading and you are not caught napping. Once you have done those 30 assignments, like Madam Bisi said here, she has done 43, only one loss. Then I take you to futures and open your brain on how to do sell high, buy low. Sell high, buy low, you can make money too. The same analysis you do to buy low, sell high. If you just change your brain a little bit, you can do the analysis in the reverse direction. And you can make money in the reverse direction. In fact, some people who have this skill can tell themselves, I only want to trade one coin. And that one coin might be, for example, ICP. When it's going up, they're chopping. When it's going down, they're chopping. He tried to go up, they chop. He's going down, they continue chopping. It's a skill that is worth having. All right, so don't be scared. However, what kills people in futures is the leverage they use. When you trade with us, and let me see, is Madam Bisi still here? Or Madam Badria, I don't know who is here. I want to know how much percentage has been your highest negative percentage for any of your trades?
My currently is about, I think, 7%.
Minus 7%, highest.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the highest I have.
Good.
I've had.
Good. So you see, when you have a minus 7%, even if you do a 3x leverage, you are safe. The reason is this. 3x means divide 100% by 3. That means 30 something. So you will only be screwed if your trade goes to minus 30 something percent. And with the skill we give to you, it will hardly ever do that. But still, don't be caught napping. That exit strategy we teach you is enough to prevent any of that, right? So if you follow our instructions, you will never experience that wipeout like that, people are scared of in futures, right? So, but some people are greedy. They will now come say, this thing is so sweet. Let me do 10x. RoyalQ allows you to do up to 20x, Abby, or something like that. So people will come say, let me do 10.
Yeah.
10x. 10x means 100% divided by 10. 10%. When your trade goes to minus 10%, you can be liquidated. Or somebody will come say, let me do 20x. 20x means if the trade goes, divide 100% by 20. That means if the trade goes against you by minus 5%, you are screwed. You're not mainly screwed, but you're close to being screwed. But if you do 2x, it means that before you get screwed, the trade must go against you by minus 50% or more. Meanwhile, you are hardly ever -7. So why are you scared?
Okay.
So why are you scared? So I'm on a mission to change people's journey of RoyalQ. We will trade futures as skilled traders. You will make double and triple whatever money you're going to make. I'm going to open an account with $50 and I'm going to turn it to $500 over a few weeks and months. You will see the progression. You will now understand. Listen, why make 1x when you can make 2x or 3x? But stay away from 3x. Just stick to 2x. Or even stick to 1x. What you want is, imagine with 1x. With 1x, you're actually trading as if you are trading spot. Because spot is 1x. So in futures, if you are trading futures with 1x, you are trading it as if you are trading spot. Which means before you hit that kind of this, maybe -100%, right? So come on, guys. You don't have to be scared. It's lack of knowledge that makes people scared. And people jumping into things without understanding. And that's the power of this training. So just imagine that you can make money at double the speed. So some people told you here that they were able to make 60%. Just imagine that they did 2x and they made 120%. We're not being greedy. It's the same skill set. All right, it's the same skill set, but with a little bit more attention to the market. So once you join this training, make sure as we go, you take the assignment seriously, because you must do the 30 assignments. I must see your 30 signals, and you must give me statistics of the performance of those 30 signals. You can do 100 signals, but at least minimum of 30. Then if I see your results and I understand that you've gotten an idea of the concepts, I will now migrate you into the futures group, because once you have the skill set we're here to offer you, there's no way you'll be a mess when it comes to futures, unless you decide to be greedy and go do 10x or 20x, which I know send you a message to go and do. All right. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Any question else before we call it a day? It's been 2.5 hours. Wow.
Sorry, I have a very quick question. So it's about the margin drops. So we have our buying amount at the entry price, and then the first margin drop is at 2.5%, for instance, and then the second margin drop is at 3%. Now, the 3% on the second margin drop, is it 3% from the entry price or 3% from the first margin drop?
Are you asking? You're asking the same question somebody asked a while ago. Who can answer him?
Yes.
Who can answer? It's like Mr. Clemens, you were in the bathroom at that time.
Probably. I will not even lie.
All right, so there's an average price concept. The average price is what it uses to operate, okay? And like I always say, just let the bot do its thing. Don't bother yourself about how it does the calculation. It will use its average price function and do its analysis and decide when to buy in. The only time you can be worried is if you put 2%, or let's just say 2%, for instance, as first margin call drop, and you are seeing -5%, and it hasn't bought it. It means there's something wrong. Either your hand has stock margin call buying, or you use AI margin call, right? So that's all you need to be worried about. Apart from that, just relax, enjoy your trading.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks
Really
for
super good.
thank you very much for believing in the training and being a part of this life-changing mission. Remember, we just want to gradually change the results of everybody in the RoyalQ community, one trader at a time, one trader at a time. And as you get your results, remember, there's so much hunger out there. People are feeling pain, financial confusion. You have something that works. This is not the time for somebody to lose $100 or $500 in a Ponzi scheme. This is not the time. Don't try it. Why would you want to do that? All right. This is the time for you to make every dollar count. All right. Learn a skill that you can use for the rest of your life, and then begin to make the money. If you want to just trade buy low, sell high, all right. There are some people I added to the futures group, but they're not going to trade it. You just want to learn, all right? Buy low, sell high, which is fine, all right? So I'm going to tell you this, like literally, you don't have to do it, but I just want to make sure that I impart that knowledge to you, so that any day you decide to play in that direction, you'll be in the game. All right, so let me look at something. Let me look for something that has been there for a long time. Just hold on. Let me look for, is it Ethereum? USDT. All right. I actually went to, okay, I have to go to the all section. All right. So I want to show you the price movement of this coin. This is daily charts, right? This is the daily chart. Now, look at the bearish, look at when the market was crashing. All right, look at this crash here. This crash here was a very serious crash. All right, look at this. All right, 51% crash. Why won't you want to make money in this direction? Why on earth wouldn't you want to make money in that direction? Right? You just have to. Look at this crash here. This crash here. Look at it. This was a 91% crash. Why wouldn't you want to make money in that direction? All right. So my job is just to open your eyes to the opportunities and then you decide what you want to do. All right. I'm always committed to your success. And you can see once you're talking about RoyalQ and trading, I can talk for 6 hours at a stretch. My gift, what I'm passionate about is to help you get better at this one thing. Because if I help you get better, I know for you to trade successfully, I know that automatically you have a team of 100 persons within the next 1 or 2 years. Automatically, you might not believe it now, but I'm telling you, if I show you how to trade properly and you can generate these signals, you will first have your team of 20. They will be trading well. And before you know it, they will bring all their friends and you will have a team of 100. 100 people are going to be withdrawing money and be feeding themselves because of you. So don't joke with what we're doing here. Mr. Sunday, you want to close the meeting for us?
Good evening, boss.
I salute you, sir. You are the
Well
boss.
done, sir.
I will be looking for you now.
Yes. Ibololo.
Are the same thing now.
They are not the same thing. This is not language class. This is a crypto class.
Don't worry. Another person
Well,
from another dialect will come and tell you that it means something to him. Go ahead, sir.
I want to really appreciate you. I have just 1 or 2 questions. Number one is the time frame. Are we going to be, we are building on TGS, right? Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ask the question, sir. I'll answer.
Okay, so if we are building on TGS, in TGS we use 15 minutes and 1 minute. So are we sticking to that? Number two, do we have a certain number of coins that we are restricted to work upon? Because I have realized that some coins are just fortunate to come to top gainers once in their lifetime. Maybe they are just cheap coins that just had opportunity to rise up. And some of those coins, if someone should, before this training, I've realized that anyone that trades such a coin will just be in the deep unless at the mercy of bull run. So are we having special coins to be traded, or it is the market that will determine? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. And I just wanted to hear the question so I know the angle to answer from. So we're going beyond TGS. All right. So when we start this trading, I will be, if I see indicator on your screen, I might give you a kind of harsh warning. So I will wire your brain to look at the market without indicators first, and which it's not rocket science. Later on, after the training, indicators can come in to help enhance. In fact, I will just will also embed a unique indicator. We have a couple of indicators later we'll be introducing after you've grasped the basic analysis. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now,
thank you very much.
those coins that come up once in a lifetime to the top gainer strategy, we have a way to deal with them. And those in the team, when you say have your exit strategy, that exit strategy is something we show people in the good, bad, floating loss training, and it's a unique way we use it with RoyalQ margin calls. And so you don't have to worry about those kind of coins. You know,
All right, sir.
follow the
Thank you
analysis.
very much.
You'll be good. All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very You're
Okay.
welcome.
Okay, so thank you very much, everybody, for being here. God bless you all. We are creating dollar millionaires. Now, whatever you are doing today, whatever you are doing today, if you do it for 300 trades with $1,000, and say for 1 year, you want to compound for 1 year and make the sacrifice. I hope you know the effect on your life. I hope you know the effect on your life. And if you do it with more than $1,000, I hope you also know the effect on your life. So please, this is a skill set that is worth the price you're paying for it. And it will bless you beyond the price that you're paying for it. And it's my prayer that you will not look at it as an ordinary cost because of the little amount paid for it, because it will bless you, bless your family. And if you are here and your first source of income is your job, please be ready to quit that job over a few years to come, because you will generate so much more from the skill set you're learning today. And if you are somebody that your spouse, your spouse is the breadwinner and you are not really doing much to support your spouse, let's say you're a man and maybe, your wife is meeting up with, she's the one who's working, the business is running, she's paying all the bills, and you are just trying your best to put in something. This skill set, if you master it, you'll be at a point where you can withdraw just 1 month trading results. You just withdraw 1.something million and give it to your family. Somebody is saying, what are you saying?
I can't wait to get to that level, sir. In fact,
people in batch one are doing this thing I'm saying. So I'm not even saying it. It's just that they don't want to say it themselves. They want to be humble. People in batch one, somebody in batch one withdrew over ₦1 million from just one month reading, and I shared the screenshot around. It's happening already. I'm not telling you something that is a future. And the person is not trading with $3,000. The person is trading with far less that amount. So I just need us to make the sacrifice, because I also am going to make the sacrifice. All right. I also am going to make the sacrifice. Holding those trainings is not going to be easy, but I'm going to just make the sacrifice. So I just need you to meet me. Let's meet ourselves and make the sacrifices together. And feel free, once again, ask questions. Some people make a mistake that they will be in the training and they will be, I don't know, why would you be afraid to ask questions? Even if I use a strong word on you, that strong word, I will calm it down with a laughter or a joke later before the session ends. All right. And I will not hold it against you for too long. Okay, please ask me questions when we start the trainings, because the questions you ask, somebody else will benefit from it that will watch the recording that is not called for the live session. So that's the value of the coaching call. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to share the TradingView video tonight to you to watch. Watch it video, implement, watch it for a day or two. I will hold maybe we'll do a quick session. I don't know when, maybe on Tuesday. Let me see those who are having problem with TradingView, and we'll take it from there. I want it to be that we are done with everything TradingView Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're done. Friday, we take action. So I'm going to drop the support and resistance video and the TradingView video. All right, those two videos, watch them. Okay, watch them, because I want to be done with them before Friday if possible. Then we'll go to the next topic and the next topic and achieve our goals. Thank you very much, and good night, everyone.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
God bless you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.